Hello and welcome to another edition of Michigan Hockey here on WCBN Sports. I'm your play-by-play man, Alex Drain, joined on color by Jeremy Parks. And as we get ready for tonight's game, it is the Michigan Wolverines at 4-2 taking on the Ferris State Bulldogs 2-5-1 on the season. And JP, as we look at Michigan, they went into Penn State last week, one of the better teams in the Big Ten, a tough location to play in, and they came away with a split, 1-1. And what did you see from that?
Yeah, really, again, Penn State right up there with Minnesota, probably top of the Big Ten in terms of projections for a champion this season in the conference. And Michigan went into Pagula Arena and took 1 out of 2, but not only that, they should have won the first game as well. In overtime, lost to the Nittany Lions, a little bit of sloppy play down the line, but it was really, Cooper Marody was all over for the Wolverines early in that series. A couple of assists, bagged a couple of goals himself as well. Look for him to work up on that top line again tonight. Again, Michigan cruising early on here in the Mel Pearson era, 4-2, just a couple losses early on, but looking a very good hockey team, much improved from a year ago so far, and this will be a good test against an in-state opponent in Ferris State.
Absolutely, and that's sort of the story as Michigan. As we get ready for puck drop, out there is that first line. They've been bumped up to first line. It's Cooper Marody, along with Tony Calderon, the captain, and Dexter Danks at left wing, and puck drop is on, and this game is underway. Sam Piazza had it won back by Michigan, and he tried to play it up. Intercepted by Ferris State all the way back down. LaFontaine plays it, and Piazza gets it going. Pass to Marody. He's got Danks on his left wing, a little too far for him, and Cam Clark clears it away for Ferris State. Saccone, the pairman with Sam Piazza on that top pairing for Michigan. They've bumped Luke Martin and Quinn Hughes down to the second pairing, going a little bit more of a senior heavy, some more veterans, Sam Piazza among them. And here's a little chance shot right into the glove of the netminder tonight for Ferris State, Darren Smith.
Smith, not a great save percentage so far this season, just .927 in 4 starts. Little bit of a flip-flop. Ferris State showing a pretty regular switch-up on a 2-goalie system with Smith and Justin Kappelmaster, who will likely play tomorrow night here at Yost.
They always do switch the goalies for the second matchup. It'll likely be Hayden Levine in net for the Wolverines. Out is the second line for Michigan. Josh Norris to take the draw, and he wins it back to the point. Other freshman Quinn Hughes with a shot, and a quick save there by Darren Smith. Shot right on net and right into the body. Easy save.
And you don't mind that from Quinn Hughes, too. A young presence for this Wolverines team, but again, has shown the most aptitude in standing at the blue line, dumping that puck in and allowing Michigan to get some opportunities.
And that draw won back by Ferris State. It's Peffley taking it now for them. And in the neutral zone, intercepted by Michigan. Luke Martin plays it off the boards, but just too far. And it looks like we got a penalty.
The arm is up. We'll see who they point to. It's going to be against Ferris State.
Yeah, they were the one that last touched it. It's going to be number...
Trying to see who's headed into the box. It looks like it is
number 9,
Lucas Finner.
Lucas Finner, the center, freshman from Elmhurst, Illinois, 5'10", 160 pounds. Born one day before me, February 5th, but 2 years before me, 1997.
We'll see in a minute what the actual call was, but Michigan on the power play, an early opportunity here in the first period, not even a minute into this one.
And they're going to roll with the young kids. It's Norris who wins it back, Hughes and Martin play it down in front, and a shot and a quick clear. They say interference?
I believe the call is for interference
on Finner. 2 minutes, just over 1 minute into the game as Michigan gets set up in their own zone.
Pretty well off the puck for the interference.
It looked like it was down against these boards, close to right where the penalty box is. Will Lockwood, the speedy youngster sophomore for the Wolverines, brings it on in. They play it back to the point. Luke Martin holds it. Martin just going to dangle a little bit, plays it down. Norris to Lockwood. Lockwood off the board. Slaker around behind him. A little pass. And they'll just go back to the top. Hughes going to set it up. Dangles over to the middle. He's a real smooth skater. And a shot by Norris goes into the glove of Darren Smith.
Norris tried to get the redirect from Slaker in front. Unable to get his stick up in time. And a nice save from Norris with the men in front of him. Or a nice save from Smith, I should say, with the men in front.
Now they're going to go with the second power play unit out there. It's much of the first line with Cooper Marody as the centerman. Piazza, the defenseman out there, he takes a shot that was blocked, quick opportunity all the way up now for Ferris State, and here they come into the zone. Little 2-on-1 opportunity, and a shot goes high and deflected out of play. That's their captain, Corey Mackin from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a junior. And so the face-off will be in Michigan's own defensive zone with exactly 1 minute left on the power play at 18:08 to go in the first period. Draw one back by the Wolverines. Piazza plays it to Ciccone, and they're just going to get the guys set up. It's Dexter Danks, Calderon, and Marodi. That top line functioning as the top power play unit. A little dump and chase sent in now by Calderon along the boards, and it's taken away by Ferris State. They will just get it out. Piazza rekindles at center ice just about, taps it across. Marodi has it, and he'll do a little check. Nice opportunity in. Dexter Danks, he's got a centering man, going to slow it down, and his pass to the middle fanned on it. Back to the point. Piazza now down low to the side, and a shot. Good as score! Joe Ciccone puts it in. Junior of Youngstown, New York, and it was not a hard shot.
Not really. There was a little bit of interference in front again of the mask on Smith, and he just lost that one. I think he beat him far side over the glove.
A little bit of
just above the right-hand circle. Nice goal for Joe Ciccone, but perhaps even a worse attempt at a save from Smith.
Looked like it beat him short side. He just kind of threw it in on net, and it went in. So just like that, Michigan converts on a power play, and with 17:35 to go in the first period, the Wolverines already with a 1-0 lead. And Ferris State has not been great this season at 2-5-1. This is a team that if Michigan wants to make the NCAA tournament, these are two games they need to win this weekend here at Yost Ice Arena, and this is a good way to start it off. We get the action going back in play. It's in the Michigan defensive zone, but they quickly get it out. Nick Boca brings it across center, dumps it in. We're seeing the third line for the first time. Brendan Warren and Dakota Raby are the wingers, with Adam Winborg of Stockholm, Sweden, the centerman. Played along those boards and now grabbed by Rechtenwald. It's the fourth line out there for Ferris State. Chip back in is deflected by Rechtenwald, and he puts it in deep. Griffin loose with Nick Boca, the third pairing defenseman. We've seen all 6 defensemen now out there for Michigan. Alex Bruce lets it go past him, and now this fourth line out there. Sanchez in the corner, Pastyov as well. Taken away quickly by Ferris State, and they're going to play it out to center. Intercepted, astute play there by the defenseman. Pastyov just dodges a little bit of a check, and they bring it on in. A shot by Ruse, saved by Smith.
And you just want to go back to the power play again for a minute. Ferris State had done a very good job of keeping Michigan out of the offensive zone. They'd cleared the puck quite a few times. Just 2 shots on net in the power play prior to the Michigan goal. So, again, early momentum in the power play was going Ferris State's way. You let in the loose goal on the easy shot from the right circle, and now you find yourself down 1 in a very unfriendly barn here at Yost, and the 8 ball is now behind them.
It's a decent crowd here tonight. It is a Thursday night. Those don't get the best attendance. Some students still with their class schedule and everything, Friday classes, but it's a good crowd. Played in now to the Michigan defensive zone. Ferris State looking to get their first shot, and so much for that. Takeaway by Will Lockwood, played it off the boards to himself, but he's not quick enough to get there. He's beaten in there by Riker Killens, and this third line defense plays it out to the point. Hughes now has it, and his shot is blocked. We got a breakaway opportunity. Here they come, developing the other way, and just a nice little takeaway on Taylor Fernandez by Quinn Hughes. Had it blocked. And now Lockwood, take away the other way. Michigan's got numbers, 4-on-3 the other way. Lockwood plays to the middle, taken away. Hughes tried to dangle, but he got his pocket picked. Nice little poke check there by Joe Rutkowski, the defenseman. Hughes across, entering the zone, shooting, and deflected down behind the net. Not sure where it is. It's like it's...
I believe it's lost in the side netting down there as they try and poke it out, so that'll be a delay.
Good shot there by Tony Calderon.
Good tic-tac passing for Michigan to set up the shot, but like you said, going back to the almost breakaway opportunity for Ferris, it was a good recovery from Quinn Hughes, who had it poked away, and it could have been a one-on-one opportunity going the other way, but he got right in front and kept Michigan out of danger.
Well, he's an aggressive defenseman. When you're aggressive, you have to learn how to get back. Sometimes those opportunities arise. Good play by him. Ferris State now brings it in. They're just going to chip it into the Michigan defensive zone. Sam Piazza has it behind his own net, and then a little takeaway. A shot is blocked by Adam Winborg. Goes across to the other point. Ooh, that one through there, sending around, still not getting it on net though. Shots left and right, they just can't put it on net. Michigan leads shot 6-0, and that one goes wide. A little wraparound try right out in front, and it is a nice save there by Michigan. They clear it out, and here they come the other way. Rabi plays it off the boards, but another quick takeaway. They play it in deep. The chase is on. Sam Piazza battling there with Lucas Finner as they continue to fight along the boards. Now in behind, Ferris State, and going at it. About 4 guys, and now it looks like we're going to have a penalty, I think, coming to Michigan. Or maybe it's hard to tell.
No penalty, actually. I thought I saw the arm go up.
No, I think it is. Sacconi's coming towards the box, yeah.
Oh, they are now?
Yep.
Okay. I believe he's going to get 2 minutes for interference as well, Joe Sacconi. I thought it looked like interference down here on the near side.
Yeah, it looked like he grabbed him because there was a lot of battling going on, pushing and shoving in the corner, and it looked like he just kind of grabbed him from behind.
So now Ferris State's going to have an opportunity on a power play of their own here, down 1 goal with 14:32 in the first period.
Still looking for that first shot. Michigan leading the shots 6-0 and really dominating play through the first about 5.5 minutes, which is what you want to do. This is a game that Michigan should win, and so far they're doing well. And the players come out on each squad from their respective benches. It's going to get a chance to see the first power play unit for Ferris State. It looks like we've got the top line with Corey Mack in the center, Mitch Maloney the left wing, Taylor Fernandez the right wing, and they are going with Nate Callan, a third defenseman out there, along with Riker Killens. Interesting configuration. And a little poke check there by Michigan. Couldn't quite get it out. Griffin Luce plays it to Nick Boca. Boca swings. Oh, he fell down. Little chance in front. Shot. They score! Mitch Maloney. Oh, boy. That was a rough play there behind the net. Boca falls down, and a takeaway, a little pass in front, one-timer. Mitch Maloney puts it right past LaFontaine.
And now, very quickly after Michigan picked up momentum on the early power play, Ferris State doing a good job of getting it right back.
Just nothing LaFontaine could do there.
No, and like you said, it was all just set up by the poor play behind the net. Nick Boca
just tripped over his
can't make. Yep.
Yeah. Puck comes free, and they put it in. So 1-1, we're back at square one with 14:15 to go, but Michigan they have to shake that off. They have to get back to what they were doing at even strength. LaFontaine plays it behind his own boards, now chipped high into the air as Dexter Danks chases it down with Cooper Marody, and out they come the other way. Calderon just picks the pocket of Ferris State, and Boca sets it up. Taken away now at center ice. Norris brings it in. That's Ferris State's Norris. We've got a pair of Norrises playing tonight. That's Cole Norris, and they're both from Michigan, interestingly enough, and both from Oxford, Michigan. Norris of Michigan is 2 years younger than Ferris State's Norris. Both teams get a change. The Bulldogs set it up in their own zone. Now they bring it across center, right into the zone. And a shot. Nice save there by LaFontaine. Second chance. And a good job to keep it away. Pastuov and that first defensive pairing for Michigan, denying any rebound chance that the Bulldogs might get.
And that's just a poor close down from Quinn Hughes and Luke Martin, allowing that shot right in the slot.
He just kind of came across center and right into the zone, and here they come again, and we got an offside.
Well, the arm is up. I believe it might be a penalty.
No, I think it was an offsides. Maybe it was
right after the initial contact
interference.
with the blue line. Yep, and Ferris State is going to lose another player.
That is Drew Durantis.
Yep.
Waterford, Michigan. These two in-state squads, a lot of hometown kids across the Mitten State. So this gives Michigan another opportunity to get right back and try to recapture this momentum. Pair of power plays for both teams, and both teams have converted on their power plays. Michigan trying to continue that trend and take a 2-1 lead. The draw one back, Fernandez plays it along behind, but Michigan takes it away. Josh Norris to Luke Martin. Luke Martin plays it down deep. Lockwood, this young line, a pair of sophomores and a talented freshman, and a sophomore and a freshman on the defensive pairings for Michigan. A lot of youth and a lot of speed. Norris plays it in deep. Slaker curls, gives it back to Hughes. Hughes, nice little pass in behind Lockwood. His shot and a save. Back to the point. Ferris State could not clear. Hughes holds it. Little dangle to the middle. A shot. Where is it? It's loose in front. They score! Will Lockwood. Loose in front of the net, and he cleans it up.
And that's how Michigan wants to run their power play. The first opportunity they had on the night, not a lot of chances from the blue line to dump it in and try and clear up on the rebound, but this time Will Lockwood scooping it up right in front off the deflection on the kick pads from the goalie Smith.
Well, if you like 1980s hockey, high-scoring action, we got that going here in the first 8 minutes. 3 goals already.
That's it, dump and crash. That's the way to play the game here. Michigan up 2-1 now, 2 power play goals and 2 opportunities.
Michigan goes with the third line after getting that goal on the draw, one back by Ferris State. LaFontaine gets it as they play it in deep. Kind of out of options, and he's unable to get it free, but that pass goes to really no one in particular. Ciccone working against that fourth line for Ferris State. They quickly take it away. Raby to Warren and Winborg. They chase it in deep. Lockwood gets the credit for the goal. 2-1 Michigan, and now the puck is free right in front of the Ferris State net, but quick takeaway by Yoder. Yoder and Durantis, the second line defensive pairing for Ferris State. Nice pass across, and in here they come. Just a little chip pass deep. Durantis and this defenseman are checking in deep. A nice forecheck by these defensemen to get their forwards a change. Pass to the middle, shot, and it is blocked in front. Couldn't see exactly who blocked it. It looks like Ciccone was the one who did indeed block it. Pass across Piazza, he fanned on it, and it's kept in. Ferris State with a little offensive action right now, and now a dog pile, about 6 or 7 players all jamming away on the left side boards. No one can get it free, not sure where it exactly is. Looks like it's trapped between a pair of skates. You got a lot of players out there. Mayer, Frenzler, Norris for Ferris State, and a shot goes wide, right in front, redirect, and back to the point now. Holds it there, Nate Cowan down deep. Grabbed by Ferris State, plays it back to the point. Coates' shot is just a little bit wide and now cleared down by Michigan. That should be an icing. I guess not.
Might have deflected,
yeah,
could not quite tell. Wholesale line changes either way.
Ooh, and a nice hit there by Boca along the boards. Loose goes in back deep. Grabbed by Pastuov, the fourth line out there. Hands it off to Boca, plays it off the boards, and here's Alex Roos with a little chance. He's going to slow down, pass to the middle. Shot, Sanchez, rebound in front. And getting the trapper down was Darren Smith.
Nice opportunities for both sides. Again, just not a lot of defense looking that crisp here early.
Michigan needs to settle down and tighten up a little bit. They gave up a lot of shots to Penn State, but that's sort of Penn State's thing, is they throw it at net. It's not uncommon to be outshot by them. Doesn't reflect scoring chances, but they did give up quite a few goals in especially the first game they lost. Gave up 5.
And Boca had the opportunity to clear up the shot from Sanchez there, but unable to quite clean house and double Michigan's advantage.
Going back with the second line is Michigan, won by the Bulldogs. Their little clearing opportunity is quickly taken away, but now another giveaway in on shot. And a little save. Craig Perry of St. Clair, Michigan, a redshirt sophomore. Not too many redshirts you see in college hockey.
And again, who gave up the puck? It was Nick Boca on a poor pass along the boards. And
it's not been his best game so far.
Just got to buckle down as a veteran defenseman. Got to know better.
And the face-off won back by the Bulldogs. Little shot right on net. Saved by LaFontaine, and we'll do it all again. Another face-off to the left side. Lucas, Finner, Pelfy, and Durantis. Durantis sets up to the left, Pelfy to the right. And the draw was won back by Ferris State, but Lockwood, using that speed, quickly takes it away, gets into the offensive zone, and Slaker carried it in. It was offsides. 10-19 to go. Yeah, you stole my words from me.
Just about halfway, yep. That's all I was going to say. Halfway through here, Michigan doubling up in both accounts. 2-1 on the score sheet, 8-4 shots on goal in favor of the Maize and Blue as well.
Pastuov, Sanchez, and Ruse out there for Michigan. Hughes takes it, just gonna go by one guy. Nice little pass. Ooh, give and go. Hughes slenders. Ooh, and his shot goes right through the crease. Martin is back to recover. Always want your steady defensive pair to cover you when you cheat in. Played in behind. Looks like a pass out a little too far.
Bruce tried to get it back to Luke Martin at the blue line, and it skipped past his last skate there.
Yeah, and now Hughes is going to bring it in himself, a little lone wolfing it. Going to curl behind the net. Nothing there, no centering opportunities. Turns around, nice little stopping on a dime shot in front of the net. Was blocked, and so you got some pushing and shoving in front and a shot. Save there by Darren Smith. Michigan really just throwing it at net.
Trying to draw the Ferris State defenseman back in towards goal, and they've been getting some open space in the slot and on top of the circles as well.
Well, and it makes sense. I mean, from what we've seen from Darren Smith so far and his numbers on the season.
Not the greatest netminder, and why not dump it in and try
and just take your chances, see what happens.
Make a little something work. Meanwhile, we've got our veterans of the game. Mark Alstead, our veteran of the game, presented by Toyota tonight.
Both teams clapping along. Both coaches are going to draw something up. Mel Pearson for Michigan in his first season. Bob Daniels in season 26 for Ferris State. Long time head coach for the Bulldogs.
Trying to bring Ferris State back to some prominence, a program that has produced some very good teams in the past decade. Struggling out of the gates here, as we've mentioned a few times in the broadcast already, early on 2-5-1.
Well, these are two old rivals of the CCHA.
I told you this before the broadcast, I like Ferris State sweaters tonight, the all red with the gold lettering right across the front.
It's a little bit of a darker red. It makes the contrast a little more crisp.
And that's your uniform watch presented by Underground Printing.
Brody to take the draw for Michigan going up against Fernsler and Ferris State's third line. It's this top line for Michigan that really had a great series against Ferris State. They produced a lot of offense in a series where Michigan got a lot of goals. 9 goals in those 2 games against the Nittany Lions. Now it's carried into Michigan's own defensive zone. Ferris State going to try to set something up. A shot from behind the net, just tried to throw it through the crease, and it did just that, didn't create anything, and now we got a two opportunity. Marody and Dexter Danks leaves it for the trailer. Calderon, his shot with a wraparound try, and nothing doing. Ran out of real estate. Ciccone from the point, his shot goes wide of the net, and up and into the netting. A couple good opportunities there for Michigan, close chances.
Yeah, they just continue to cause confusion in front of net and wreak havoc, and they should bring out some rewards here eventually. Already 2 goals, both on the power play, trying to get an even strength goal here.
And this is really such a contrast from what we saw from Michigan last season. They really struggled to score goals. Their top point scorer, I believe, had only 21 points in 30-plus games played. That's not exactly the best mark. But they've scored a lot this season, and it's been coming from both the forwards and the defensemen, which is what you want to see. Draw one back. Boca's just going to throw it in on net, and that shot goes a couple feet to the left of the netminder Smith, and a big hit leveled there by Josh Norris, being physical and aggressive. Norris plays it between his own feet just to clear it out of his own zone. They try to get set up. Do the Bulldogs bring it on in? Shot to no one in particular, intercepted by Michigan, now taken away. Boca plays it up, and out comes Norris the other way. He's got Lockwood and Slaker, his 2 usual line mates, just dumps it deep. Lockwood, a nice tight check along the boards, and let Slaker try to dig it out. The last time these home fans saw Slaker, he scored a pair of goals to win that game and played hero. Now to the point, it's loose, and his attempt to throw it in on net went nowhere. A nice little takeaway there by Fernandez.
And he mishandled the original pass inside the slot, unable to get a shot on goal, and instead has his pocket picked.
Yep. Boca plays it deep, and that will be our first icing of the game. Michigan unable to get the change. They're forced to go with this same group of guys, Boca, Luce, Norris, Slaker, and Lockwood, and those guys are tired. They've been out there, so can imagine if they win the draw back, just get it out past center, chip it in deep, get a wholesale line change. Meanwhile, Ferris State, of course, being an icing, would get the opportunity to change, and it looks like Michigan's going to take a timeout. Mel Pearson sensing exactly what I was hinting at, which is, of course, those guys being tired. Will take a 1-minute timeout just to give his guys a little bit of fresh legs and draw something up. At under 10 minutes to go here in the first period of action from Yost Ice Arena, Michigan 2, Ferris State 1. Shots 11-4 in favor of the Wolverines.
As always, we like to thank our listeners for tuning in on WCBN Sports. Catch us on YouTube all season long on 88.3 FM in Ann Arbor for select game coverage throughout the season. Expanded away and neutral site coverage this season as well, coming from the crew here. Happy to be alongside Drain as always.
We've got a nice slate of action this weekend. We got these two teams clashing again tomorrow night.
7:30 face-off again. It'll be Ian Lemersall and Pete Monahan on the call.
Their first calls of the season. And then on Saturday night, we've got Michigan versus Minnesota in the football.
Yep, I believe a 7:30 kickoff as well. I'll be on that call alongside Grace Boyles for the entirety. Catch that one on 88.3 WCBN FM in Ann Arbor.
Michigan plays host to Ferris State this weekend, then they get Minnesota next weekend, one of the top teams in the country. That'll be a tough test. Then they go at Wisconsin. So the heart of Big Ten play coming up after this series with Ferris State concludes. Dakota Raby plays it out. Michigan managed to get their new, fresh guys out on the ice.
And of course, after it took 12 minutes to get our first icing call of the game, we're going to get a few in a row here. It's going to come right back to the Michigan defensive zone.
7:47 to go in period number 1. Still the third line, Wemberg, the Swede, taking the draw against Lucas Finner. Finner gets kicked out. Peffley is going to be there for the draw instead, and tied up. Hughes takes it loose, and out they come the other way. Gives it to Warren, who plays it deep. Raby with a nice hard check there. Hughes across to Luke Martin. His shot in on that, and a deflection never made it in to Darren Smith. And the Bulldogs clear it out. Down the other way it comes. Hughes and Martin for the Wolverines, that second defense pairing, a pair of youngsters and a pair of highly regarded NHL talent. One guy, Martin, was a second rounder, Hughes a first. Now a shot opportunity. They decided to try to pass it, and it didn't really go into anyone in particular, but it's held in the Michigan defensive zone. Nate Cowan on that third defensive pairing brings it up. He fell down. Bulldogs get a change. Michigan clears it out. Raby on the forecheck. Michigan will change its forwards as well. Hughes grabs it behind his own net as he curls, looking for opportunities. He's very confident with the puck, and he just did a little 360 around his own net, and now we'll slow it on down. Long stretch pass was tipped into the zone by Alex Ruse as the fourth line is out there. Ruse has it along the boards. Hard check there from Ferris State. The Bulldogs get it loose and just do get it out of their own defensive zone. They've got some guys coming up the other way. Pass and a shot in on LaFontaine. Rebound right in front. Where is it? Is it in?
Stuffed under the pad. It looks like on LaFontaine. No goal call.
No goal. We're going to have a face-off coming left of center instead.
LaFontaine looks like he might be hurt. He's on his back. He's got the trapper to his helmet.
It's his right leg. He kind of looks like in an awkward position. Now he's leaning up a little bit, rolls onto his knees. He looks okay. Maybe
and that puck was resting a mere inch or two away from going into the goal as the right leg of LaFontaine comes up over top of it.
Takes the mask off, brushes the hair back, holds it under his ear, gets a little drink of water.
That's some good lettuce under the helmet there. I like LaFontaine's do.
Looks like they're going to a review. The referees have come now in.
I don't think it ever crossed the line.
It didn't.
The referees were right on top of it as they crashed the net.
It's not like we could really tell from our angle.
We'll get the replay here. It was loose in front. Zahner tried to make the original poke,
yeah,
and then coming back again was the defenseman Riker Killens.
He came right out in front, and the puck was loose, and he just tapped it. But you can't see anything. They're showing it now up on the Jumbotron. I mean, how can...
Good coverage over top by LaFontaine. James Sanchez came in as well to poke his stick to keep it from getting underneath his leg.
I mean, after Zahner takes that shot, it vanishes under the mass of padding that is strapped to Jack LaFontaine's body.
I think it technically got under the waffle board pad and just got stuck between that and his actual leg.
Perhaps.
There's no other explanation because it wouldn't have stopped the puck otherwise.
No. Referees have taken off the headset, checking with the official score one last time. Wipe the old face and the visor down, and they say no goal.
As we suspected, I would have found it hard to turn that to a goal call, as even after LaFontaine came up, the puck was not over the line.
Yeah.
And it hadn't been forced that way at all by LaFontaine's leg either.
Cole Norris, Andrew Mayer, and Jason Fernsler out there now for Ferris State. Michigan is going out with the top line. Marodi, Calderon, and Danks draw one back. Piazza tried to get it out of the defensive zone. He could not. Now played behind the net. Ferris State battling for it. Ciccone plays it off the boards, and out they come. Are they trying to? Just can't quite get it out right now along the left side boards, and now they do play it out. All the way back down the ice, rolls past the Big Ten logo, and just a tad before the goal line, drawn across there where Ferris State gets it. They bring it back across, centering pass into the Michigan zone. Nothing doing. Nice little pass there. Up to Cooper Marodi. He's got Calderon. Turns. Another nice little 360 move. Michigan's shown off their skating ability tonight. And another one just trying to get free, but nothing going. And now Ferris State gets it going the other way. Centering pass to the middle. And a shot is deflected off the stick of Griffin Luce.
As much as you like to watch Cooper Marodi dangle that puck in the offensive zone, it just created an opportunity for Ferris State, getting a little bit too cute, dancing around a little too much, not trying to find an outlet to a teammate. And it was taken by Ratowski and then brought up the ice for a shot on net. Luckily, again, a save made up and out of play.
And the draw is won back by Norris. Out comes Michigan. They've been good in face-offs, getting it out of their zone. And here's an opportunity. Slaker, he's got Norris to the middle. His shot. Oh, I would have liked him to center that one. He had a 2-on-1 with Norris, and instead of trying to center it, he just shot it right at the body of Darren Smith.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit of a tough pass trying to
It was a tough pass for sure.
Over Yoder, but yeah, it was pretty closed off on the short side where he went, so I don't disagree with you.
Creates an offensive zone faceoff, though, and Slaker takes it free. His shot on net. Rebound. Still now behind the net. Where is it? It's played out to the point. Boca, his shot deflected now by the Bulldogs. They knocked it down. The defenseman standing in front of his own net. Get it out to the neutral zone. They get a quick change. Boca and Michigan doing nice little passes. Stick-to-stick, tape-to-tape passes until it was taken away by Ferris State, and now an opportunity for Lockwood. He brings it into the zone, stops on a dime across Norris. What a pass, shot in front, and a good save. What a pass.
That's a really good 1-2-3 look by the Wolverines to get the wide open opportunity in front of net. Couldn't go 5-hole as the goalie Smith made probably his best save of the night in a one-on-one opportunity. Got the leg pads down and kept Michigan outside in the cold.
That was a beaut by Josh Norris. Not Daniel Norris. This isn't Tiger baseball.
And boy, is this a lot prettier than Tiger baseball.
You could have been the outfielder this year.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, I don't know. You just put a Mud Hens hat on you and you'll be getting the call. Michigan has it in the offensive zone. Ooh, and just shoved to the ice. Ferris State showing a little bit of physicality. The checking has mostly been in Michigan's advantage, but they're showing it off. We're under 5 minutes to go here in the first period of action. Finner and Hughes battling for it. Won by Hughes. Gets it out to his fourth line, but quickly taken away and back the other way. Hughes quickly finds himself back in his own zone. Circles with it along the boards. Plays it there and battled for in the corner. Andrew Zahner are the Bulldogs going at it. Pastuov, Alex Ruse, Luke Martin, 5 guys all just kind of chimney sweep poking at it, trying to get it free. Michigan does end up controlling it, and they play it deep. They'll get a wholesale 5-guy change. Well, 4-guy. They had a 4-checker out there.
It's going to be Winborg left on the ice.
Ferris State tries to bring it out of their own zone as the nice 4-check by Winborg. Zahner brings it in on deep. Ciccone, oh, and a big hit by Zahner on Ciccone, but it was all for naught because Michigan had the right number of guys there. Ciccone levels one along the boards. And little bit of action right here, and now a takeaway. Norris, his shot, and oh, what a glove save.
Flash of the leather there from LaFontaine. Again, another giveaway in the defensive zone for Michigan. It's been pretty sloppy in back so far tonight for the Maize and Blue. Not even a heavy forecheck from Ferris State.
No, not
just
really.
more passing. Don't keep the puck on the stick. And again, another opportunity and a nice save on the far post from LaFontaine with the trapper.
We've got the Eat Street Munch Cam going on.
The what there?
Need a little bit more water in me tonight. The Eat Street Munch Cam going on. Folks chomping away, man, I tell ya.
You did that one on purpose.
Yeah. Feel like I'm 13 again.
3:12 remaining in the first period. Michigan still doubled up in both categories. 2-1 on the scoreline, 14-7. Shots on goal in favor of the Maize and Blue.
So one downside to having a deeper voice is when it cracks, it's a lot more.
It sounds a little more funny. Got the voice for radio. Drain, a young freshman in the program.
3:12 to go. Michigan going to take the draw in their own defensive zone. Ferris State rolls with the top line. Mackin going up against the top line for Michigan. Marodian, Calderon, and Danks still in the defensive zone where Luce takes it, and he's going to bring it out. Calderon is the one receiving the pass. He brings it along the right side, drops it back for his partner Marodi, and his shot on net. Oh no, he dangled around me, and they score! Wow. Set up quickly. Cooper Marodi to center. I didn't even see where it was for a second.
It was soft. Marodi took it all the way around the end.
Yeah, that's what it looked like, yeah.
Came back out to the right-hand side of the goalkeeper, Smith, looped around into the slot, and just perfectly placed a little wrister right over the near side shoulder of the keeper. And now Michigan 3-1 here late in the first period, and that's an easy goal.
Yeah, I mean, he just curls around and just shoots it. I mean, there was some traffic in front, but not obstructing the view of Smith really at all.
Pastujov got down in front just a little bit, or should I say it was Dexter Danks actually down in front with a little bit of interference, but pretty much over to the side of Smith. And again, he's just proven that he can't make those easy saves tonight.
And that's going to be a problem because Michigan just keeps coming at him. They're already at 14 shots, 3 goals on 14 shots for the Wolverines, 1 goal on 7 shots for the Bulldogs, and Bokan, a little bit of a defensive forecheck, gives it to Lockwood. Lockwood stops on a dime, tries to drag it around behind Yoder, and just cannot. And now Ferris State's going to have an opportunity. They've got some guys going down 2-on-1, but Michigan does a good job to back check.
And that's all created by Griffin Luce being too overly aggressive.
Ooh, and a shot from the point by Ferris State. It got deflected off a skate, and you could see it turn direction, slow down a little bit. And that's tough for a goaltender.
And LaFontaine had words for Luce as that puck went in between his pads.
Yeah.
He saw the same thing I did back over near the blue line towards the start of the Michigan offensive zone. It was Luce coming up into the offensive zone to try and make the block and keep the puck in play, and that left a wide open opportunity for a one-on-one down the ice that led to the shot.
Drog one quickly back, deflected in front, but a nice job by Martin to grab it. He'll play it behind his net with a one pass off the boards to his defense pairing mate Hughes, but who has his pocket picked. As we're still in the Michigan defensive zone now, taken by the third line. Out they come, Warren and Winborg. Pass up to Dakota Raby in the corner, and a big hit by Ferris State. Pass to the middle. Hughes dangles a little bit, curls along the right top point, dangles to the middle, and his shot in on traffic, blocked in front, never got to the net. Martin takes it, and he'll just play a little soft one along the boards, in behind the net. 4 guys battling for it, among them Warren and Winborg, along with the Ferris State defenseman and forward Zahner, one of the several. Ferris State gets it into the neutral zone, plays it on deep for LaFontaine. Both teams get their standard change, setting up action just under 1:20 to play. I think both teams would be okay just heading to the locker room. Michigan to take a 3-1 lead. Ferris State just kind of with their tail between their legs.
And for how much Michigan has put on goal, 3-1, and with how bad the tender Smith has been playing, not a terrible score to go into the locker room with after one period.
Mayer's shot was deflected by Sacconi's stick, goes up and off the netting. We'll get a face-off now to the right of LaFontaine. We're exactly under 1 minute, 59.2 to go. Shots 16-9 in favor of the Wolverines at this point. They're going to go with the top line. Marody, Calderon, and Danks against Mackin, Maloney, and Fernandez. Danks does a nice job to make sure the puck gets out into the neutral zone, and just quickly on his horse, Marody all the way in deep, along with Calderon there with him. Danks plays it behind the net, taken away by Ferris State, as they do get it past Maloney with a nice little chip play out of the center ice, but Piazza steps right up and creates a forechecking opportunity with Calderon and Marody. Centering pass taken away by the Bulldogs, and out they come the other way. Michigan's got numbers back. It's a 2-on-3 for Ferris State. A nice little dangle, little spin move by Corey Mackin, and his shot was easily deflected, though, by LaFontaine. That's what you have to do when you're a goaltender. When a guy does a little spin move or a deke, you got to keep your eyes on the puck.
And if it goes, it's the prettiest goal in hockey, the spinorama.
Yeah, yes. Todd Bertuzzi's old shootout trick. Less than 10 seconds to go in the period. Michigan still in the offensive zone. Nothing really getting set up, though. Boca's pass to the middle is blocked, and that is all we have for the first period of action. The shots officially 16-9 in favor of Michigan, 3-1 in favor of the Wolverines. The big score. Couple big goals early on to establish an early lead, and then a little tack on to the end.
Yep, a couple power play goals for Michigan did them well to start off the period. They took that momentum forward even after evening it up on the only power play opportunity the first period for the Ferris State Bulldogs. But Michigan, I think, will be happy heading into the locker room. A few things they can work on, some of those lame giveaways, especially on the defensive end of the puck, and just watching a little bit more closely on some of the technical aspects of the game. Mel Pearson will knock some sense into him here in the locker room, and we'll see how the Wolverines come back out here in the second period.
Hard to believe that we're lamenting the defensive aspect of the game when they're up, 3-1.
Yep.
Normally it's a sign of a pretty darn good period, and they played well offensively, but definitely some rough edges.
Yep. Against better competition, those chances turn into goals a lot easier. That should do it for the first period. We'll be back in 15 minutes here on WCBN Sports. We're going to leave you with the ambient sounds here of Yost Ice Arena. Alex Strain, Jeremy Parks. We'll be back in just a few. Stay tuned in. As always, go blue. The score after 1, Michigan 3, Ferris State 1.
This week's Prairie Farmer Scholar athlete is Sarah Z. Sarah is currently in the final year of Michigan track and cross
Welcome back to Michigan hockey taking on Ferris State. We're back for the second period of action. Michigan holds a 3-1 lead after the first period. They got 2 goals early on, but a Ferris State goal in between each of the teams. First 3 power plays of this game were all converted on, 2 by Michigan, 1 by Ferris State. Then they kind of battled for a little while. Michigan added a goal near the end of the period, and that's how they have their 3-1 lead. Shot 16-9 in favor of the Wolverines about 20 seconds before puck drop of the second period. What are you looking for Michigan in this second period?
Well, like we said, the offensive game plan worked extremely well for Mel Pearson and his squad in the first period. You continue to dump the puck in, cause a little bit of trouble down in front of the goal, and Smith has not been the sharpest of goalkeepers so far tonight. Michigan taking advantage of that. And then again, defensively, just some poor giveaways early on in the game. You want to watch those and make sure that you're shoring everything up with a 2-goal lead.
Well, the teams flip ends. Michigan now defending the far side for us and is scoring on the little bit of the closer side from our site angle. The Bulldogs win the draw back, but Michigan quickly has an opportunity. Taylor Fernandez in now for Ferris State as they went to attack, and we already have a puck up in the netting. It's tough to see what was going on. There wasn't a shot on net or anything. It looks like it just popped up and caught the closest twine to the boards.
Welcomely collected by a fan down in front on the glass. You get to keep souvenirs here, unlike other areas of play here at U of M.
Which is good. Souvenirs are fun. A pair of 9s on the draw. Lucas Finner wins it back for Ferris State. Bulldogs keep it in. Battled for in the corner. Taylor Durantis and Kevin Yoder, the defensive pairing for Ferris State, along with that second line, Finner, Pelfey, and Durantis. And a quick takeaway shot, they score! Lucas Finner. And that was a quick developing play. It looked like a turnover right inside the Michigan blue line.
And again, exactly what we said Michigan should be looking to avoid defensively coming out of the locker room, something that you almost guarantee came up in the intermission discussion between Mel Pearson and his team, and yeah, just a giveaway there. Slaker unable to regain the puck in the defensive zone, and it's picked up for a nice goal.
Yeah, just kind of shot off his stick a little bit. Just he had it, and then it just sort of, pinballed away, and boom, takeaway, boom, in the back of the net. So that's how it goes. 3-2 the score. They score just 33 seconds into this second period of action. Michigan's lead is cut in half. Lucas Finner from Elmhurst, Illinois, the one with the goal. He took the first penalty of the game very early into the game, and it gave Michigan their 1-0 lead, so he kind of gets it back in a way. The Wolverines now sloppy again in front of their own net, and a quick save by LaFontaine. And you can see a little bit of frustration. It looked like Griffin Luce talking with Pastuov as the Wolverines just try to get everything settled down, whatever was talked about in the locker room. A little bumpy implementation here, still under the first minute of action in period number 2.
Again, they say the 2-goal lead is the most dangerous in sports, and you see it right there. You start to rest on your laurels a little bit, and then you get behind the 8 ball, and now Ferris State is showing good pressure, and they're coming back up in the shots tally, trying to get back close to the Wolverines.
Zahner got kicked out of the faceoff circle for Ferris State. Rechtenwald had to take it, and Michigan was able to win. It looked like an opportunity for a hand pass, and they do call it along those boards. Ferris State batted it down in their own zone, so the face-off, they got to bring it out or keep it in the zone. That's what the 2 referees are debating, and they are going to bring it out. Be just outside the Ferris State defensive zone, Michigan offensive zone on the left side. Mel rolls with the third line. Winborg to take the draw against Zahner. Third line on fourth line. Winborg, oh, he gets pushed away there by Zahner, but he still manages to get it back to his defenseman, Quinn Hughes, who passes it a nice tape-to-tape pass, and quick little play by Wolverines to try to get it into the zone, and they do have it there. Ooh, nice little move by Rabby to get in close, but pushed away by Smith, and Ferris State quickly takes it away, tries to clear it out, but they cannot. Held it at the line. Warren's shot knocked in front, never got in on net on Smith, and Ferris State takes it away, but still they cannot get it out. All the way back down. Cam Clark is finally able to get it free. Hughes dangles for Michigan, plays it off the boards. Winborg chops it high up in the air, and now Warren with the takeaway. Hughes dangles across the zone, just cuts it right across as the forward line finally gets its change, and looks like a penalty coming to Michigan. I think they got too many men on the ice.
They did indeed, as they skate back over to the bench. Notice that right after they blew the whistle that Ferris State had one too many pair of skates out there, and it's going to be yet another opportunity for Michigan here. We'll see who serves the penalty for the Bulldogs. I believe it's going to be Cole Norris.
Yes, it is. Cole Norris, number 10, the left winger, freshman. Cooper Marody wins the drawback for U of M. Piazza takes it, and he hands it off to Dexter Danks down, or Danks is on the, excuse me, that was Cole Marody who played it to Danks, but now all the way back down. Nice clear by Ferris State. Michigan will get set up. Piazza holds it behind his own net, tries to get the forwards set up, and now he's going to skate authoritatively as he hands it to Ciccone, and out they come. Played off the boards. Michigan in the offensive zone, getting their guys set up, and nice pushing there from Taylor Fernandez, and it's cleared all the way back. Nice first 30 seconds of penalty kill there for Ferris State.
And this is similar to how they started the first power play penalty kill opportunity for Michigan back in the first period. Michigan was able to scrap up on a soft goal from Will Lockwood to get the scoring underway. So Ferris needs to take advantage of the fact that they've killed almost half this power play without giving up a shot yet.
Piazza hands it off to Hughes as they quickly get a change onto the second power play unit. Norris, nice speed, curls around behind the net, no one there, and he'll go all the way back to the top. Pass Martin behind Slaker, curls around with Lockwood there, pass to the top. Hughes' shot is saved by Darren Smith, up and out of play into the netting.
He was aiming for that bar down beauty of a snipe and right in the crease, just unable to get it.
Looked like off the right shoulder of Darren Smith. Norris to take the draw. He's got Slaker to his right and Lockwood to his left. And he is unable to win it as the Bulldogs do control it. They tried to clear, but Martin did a nice job to grab it with his hand and keep it in, and now Lockwood does the same, plays it to the point. Hughes right around that Big Ten logo over to the side by the Red Berenson Rink inscription on the ice. Back to the point. Hughes now back across the Big Ten circle. Drops it for his man behind. It's Norris. Norris is just going to curl around. Under 30 seconds to go here in the power play. Back across to Hughes. They're looking for that perfect shot. Hadn't had it yet. Norris' shot right out in front. And an opportunity is cleared away by Ferris State. To the side. Hughes, pass across. Luke Martin down below. Lockwood, back to Martin. Across to Hughes. The one-time shot. Slaker in front. And he was unable to put the rebound in. And now out of the box is Cole Norris. And away come the Bulldogs into the offensive zone. They killed off that power play for Michigan in pretty good fashion. Nice forecheck in the beginning half of the power play, and then did their best to clear it away when opportunities were presented in the second half. Michigan gets a change. They take that power play unit off the ice, and they decide to roll with their bottom line. Sanchez and company is the clear all the way back down by Ferris State, is taken by Boca. He gives it to Sanchez, and Sanchez into the offensive zone. Sanchez skates around behind, curls, and a pass to Boca. His shot, nice big rebound. Griffin Luce was able to pick it up at the other point. Alex Roos down, and a shot by Pastrov, and a nice save by Darren Smith.
A little bit more jump in the Wolverines here after giving up the early goal in the period, just 33 seconds into the Bulldogs. Pastrov tried to go 5-hole there, closed up quickly by Smith. And again, he's proven that he can make some of those more intricate saves, but it's really been the soft shots that he's let in so far tonight that have resulted in the goals for Michigan.
Yeah, the beautiful save, but the easy goal given up. Winborg loses the draw and quickly taken by Durantis. Durantis and Yoder out there along with Finner, Pelfrey, and Durantis for Ferris State. And it is Warren and Winborg decide they got a man in front, that is Raby, but they were unable to get it to him. The shot went high and over top of Darren Smith, and now held in right at the top. Now they are unable to keep it in. Boca had held it for a second and then was just unable to seal it off. And so Warren and Winborg are there. Now a quick opportunity for Ferris State. Ooh, I don't like that play by them. The Bulldogs had an opportunity, didn't take it. Now they still have a chance. A man down behind and another shot by Fernandez, and away they come. Warren, Winborg, and company play it for Michigan as they get the rest of the change. Easy takeaway there by Ferris State. A good forecheck by the remnants of that third line for Michigan, but nothing that the Bulldogs couldn't handle as they too get a change. Held it at the line, Marody and Calderon there. Dexter Danks gives it off. Piazza, his shot. The man in front was Calderon. Marody chases it. Ciccone gives it to him. Marody across to Piazza at the left point. Piazza's shot was deflected, and Darren Smith comes out of the net with the big goalie paddle and plays it to the side. Calderon's shot, ooh, just goes wide, and now Ciccone has it at the top. He gives it to Danks. Marody goes behind the net. They're looking for an opportunity. Ciccone's shot is wide. Some good opportunities now for Michigan, and the net is dislodged.
Good chances for Michigan. Good couple of cross-ice passes to set up some opportunities there. Right immediately off of the line change, a good switch of legs, and a couple of nice sticks. Add a couple more shots into Michigan's tally. Still in favor, 21-13 for the Maize and Blue.
But it's been a lot more narrow this period, only 5-4 in favor of the Wolverines as opposed to 16-9 in the first period. A little Bohemian Rhapsody being played by the Michigan Hockey Band. Norris wins the draw to Lockwood. Lockwood skates to the middle. Ooh, put it between the legs of Andrew. And he was just unable to get a shot off. Now the puck comes free in front of the net and taken away by Ferris State. Lockwood Norris couldn't do anything with it, and now it comes. Zahner along with Rechtenwald. They decide not to do a whole lot with it. Michigan takes it quickly away. Ferris State really had a decent opportunity there, didn't do anything with it. Norris to Hughes behind the net. Hughes lays it in front, and Norris a shot. Unable to put it in. Lockwood is checked soundly as Mayer controls for Ferris State. They pass it across to Riker Killens. Killens waits for his forwards to get a change. His pass up the ice. They were unable to touch it because they would have had too many men again. Michigan takes it instead in their own defensive zone. Opportunity now for Ferris State. Played to the top. Joe Rutkowski, his slap shot is blocked right out in front. A chance behind LaFontaine. And the wraparound unable to go in. Ferris State and the Bulldogs hold it. Now behind, still another chance. Where is it? It's in front. Got tipped up in the air. They were unable to put it free, and now Michigan does do a good job of clearing. Cam Clark could not hold it in at the line there for Ferris State. And both teams will get some changes going. Hughes holds it as the lone survivor behind his own net, waits for his men to get free, and a nice cross-ice pass. Found it tape to tape, but he wasn't quite available for an opportunity, and suddenly Ferris State with another chance as they bring it back in, unable to get anything going, and another five-man scrum trying to get the puck free before it's played behind the net. Opportunity for Ferris State, but just unable. Their passes just really aren't finding men right now. Good job by Michigan to cut off those passing lanes. Pastyurov gets dropped to the ice. No penalty, though. Referee authoritatively waves it off. And Cam Clark plays it off the boards, intercepted by Brendan Warren. He has to wait for Alex Roos to get onside before Winborg can go in. Puck played back out to center ice. Ferris State tried to chip it deep, but a nice job by Piazza to cut it off. Now Peffley brings it on in. Piazza holds it for Michigan as they get the troops set up. Deflected into the Ferris State zone. Warren is the man in to chase it along with Yoder for Ferris State and he was going up against Warren and Winborg down behind the net. Raby's shot was blocked, deflected off the stick of Yoder, went high up into the air right over the net. And now it looks like we got a stoppage in play. Ciccone was up against the boards, and I don't know if the puck was just covered or there was a penalty left to see, though. It looks like it's a penalty coming to Ferris State. They've opened the penalty box.
Boca
no, I guess not. I think they're just going to give the referee a drink.
Close call, but Michigan will not have to give up the man disadvantage.
11:02 to go here in the second period of action. Michigan still with the 3-2 lead. They've had some opportunities here in the second period, but not really the same caliber as that first period.
Ferris State holding tight here in the second period, and that's all they need to do is continue to keep this a one-goal game, continue to shut Michigan down when they get their opportunities and make something happen on the other end of the ice, which they've done so far here in the second period. 3-2 game, even though Michigan is out shooting them 21-14.
Both teams back out onto the ice after that quick stoppage of action. It's again a pair of nines, Lucas Finner and Josh Norris, going to be taking the draws for their respective teams. Just outside the Ferris State offensive zone to the right side of the ice. Quickly won back by Norris right to Boca, who cleared it down for a little dump and chase scenario. Norris plays it off the boards, and that's a good idea. Dump and chase when you got the speed, Lockwood and Norris especially, but Slaker's no slouch either, and he's the one who has it to the point. Boca across to Luce. Luce just gonna clear it back around the boards, trying to get something set up, but Ferris State's being aggressive. Yoder with a quick takeaway, but they decided to leave it in their own zone for some reason. Durantis and Yoder right there. Pass out to center ice, taken away. Luce and Finner battling for it along the right side boards. Boca goes in after it, and he's got a little forecheck there from Drew Durantis. We got a pair of those, that last name here on the Ferris State lineup. Lockwood's got it into the offensive zone. He dangles to the middle. His shot, he fanned on it, and a quick takeaway by Ferris State. They're going to try to have numbers. It's Rechtenwald along with Andrew and Zahner up there for Ferris State for the forwards, that fourth line. They get it to the point. A shot deflected off the left pad of LaFontaine. A good kick save there. And Luce has it behind his own net. Both teams clear out in front of the net and allow the opportunities for clear lanes for Michigan to get down the ice. Hands it off to Boca as the defensemen need to get off. He just sends it right on net, and a quick, easy save for Darren Smith. He'll freeze the puck with 9:36 to go here in period number 2.
Michigan kind of lagging here. Not a lot of excitement in play to start the first 10 minutes of the second period. And they had a lot of flash. They had a lot of good opportunities back in the first, and it's been a bit more elusive for them so far this period, just trying to get things going a little bit more.
Yeah, not the same pep in their step, and that's a little unusual because they have this speed and they have a lot of young talent, but just not at the current moment.
Looks like they've got the flex cam here at Yost. A lot of fans in the crowd here showing off the guns. I like that. That's cute.
It's a good one.
The old guy doesn't want to flex.
He's got a fly swatter though.
He does.
Were you watching World Series Game 7 last night?
For a little bit.
Yeah, I tuned in pretty late in the broadcast.
Yeah, I tuned out after it became 5-0. Not worth the time. Congrats to Houston and Justin Verlander for finally getting the ring he so deserved.
It was a cute touch, Carlos Correa proposing there right after the game in the post-game interview.
Yep. Good on him.
Fourth line for Michigan out there. Pastuov, and he's got Ruse to his left, Sanchez to his right. He wins it to Sanchez, who plays it to the defenseman at the point. It's Martin who chips it in deep. Pastuov, along with 3 Bulldogs, plays it up to Hughes, who does a good job of keeping it in. He's battling against Mayer and company for Ferris State, who finally do get it out of their own zone. A nice play off the boards. Hughes is going to grab it, and he's going to be that offensive defenseman, getting on his horse and skating and gliding into the zone. Alex Ruse with a shot in on net. Deflected by Darren Smith. Nothing coming, not a great shot or a great look. But the puck was still in for a couple moments more before it was cleared out, and Ferris State's going to get one fresh skater on the ice. Michigan's going to get a couple. Hughes does, again, a nice job to just weave his way through the neutral zone and set up an opportunity for his guys as the rest of the Wolverines change. Intercepted in the neutral zone by Sam Piazza, who plays it to Cooper Marody, and he gets hit by Killens. Riker Killens, that third-line defenseman. Fernandez chases after it, but Piazza takes it away, and Marody has it. Marody skates on in, a nice little cross-ice pass. Ciccone shot and a juicy rebound. Piazza dangles back at the left point. He's got numbers, and it's a decent setup if he's got something he wants to play with. Ciccone holds it, who then dangles along towards the right point. Piazza skates up to the left point. Pass to Dexter Danks. Danks turns, holds it, and the pass deflected up into the air, taken away now by Calderon. He had Danks streaking towards the net, just didn't see him. It would have been a good opportunity. Ciccone throws it in on net, and it's deflected by the blocker of Darren Smith. They're just throwing everything they have at net at this current moment, and Fernandez is able to chip it away, and the finished play by Frenzler will get the full change for the Bulldogs.
Still a positive offensive possession for Michigan. A couple more shots coming out of it, put a little bit more momentum behind the attack here.
Michigan just hacks at it on the cross-ice pass to ensure that there would be no icing. Winborg tries to cut it off and keep it into his own zone, but he was unable to. Durantis, and out they come the other way. Finner plays it into Michigan's zone, and now they control. Cam Clark played it down deep, and a shot. Durantis, 2 opportunities, and it goes wide to the right side of LaFontaine. Now played to the middle. Warren tries to keep it into the Michigan offensive zone. Instead, it comes all the way back down. Finner's got an opportunity. He passes it across back to Finner in the slot. Oh, and he fanned on it. He would have had a great shot, and another try along the side, and a good box out there from Michigan defensively. It's tough to tell who it was. It looked like Winborg, maybe.
Yeah, Peffley had the opportunity in front with the far side completely unguarded by LaFontaine, but a good block down in front keeps Michigan's 1-goal lead intact.
Boca curls behind his own net, settles with it. Warren along the left side boards. Cam Clark takes it away, and the pass is tipped into the Michigan zone. LaFontaine comes out to play it. Lockwood battling along that side with loose Ferris State. Oh, a nice little kick where we playing soccer here by Tyler Durantis to keep it in, and now Ferris State's going to have an opportunity. Yoder plays it across Durantis down to the side. Another shot. Easy save, though, by LaFontaine, and it goes up, deflected, out of play, and we have, was that a security guy got it? Our event staff?
May very well be.
Now he throws it up and into the student section, and about 4 or 5 arms go up there, and that fan from South Bend, Indiana takes it home. Norris and Frenzler on the draw. Norris is the one who wins it. Quinn Hughes plays it into the Ferris State defensive zone, where Norris is the first to chase after it. Slaker and Lockwood out as the forwards for Michigan. Mayer plays it off the boards, and here's a little opportunity. Ferris State's got numbers the other way. A pass to the slot, shot, and a nice little save by LaFontaine.
Best opportunity of the period for Ferris State so far. I believe it was Fernandez.
I think so. Tough to tell.
It was actually Frenzler who had the opportunity right in the crease.
Ooh, a big hit.
Anything happen.
Looks like the arm is going up for the referee. Looks like it's going to be on Ferris State. Luke Martin got leveled, it looked like.
Boarding, roughing, we'll see what the call is.
It could be any one of them. I think it's going to be Andrew Mayer, the alternate captain. At least that's what they were looking at. We'll see who they do end up choosing. The penalty box is open.
Yeah, it's going to be Mayer. He just wanted to get another stick before he got back into the box.
It was right behind the net. It was away from the puck, and Martin was just kind of standing there, and Mayer came up out of nowhere and just hammered him. So Michigan's going to have an opportunity to get that 2-goal lead back. Marody to take the draw, and he is unable to win it. Darren Smith plays it, but not enough to get it out of the zone. Piazza to Ciccone across. Piazza now back to the point, held by Marody. Marody to Calderon in the middle, and a slide by Ciccone up in the air, right out in front. No one knows where it is. Now it's settled down. The Wolverines recontrol. Piazza across, skating in is Marody. A pass to Calderon. Oh, and he fanned on it. Just too late to really get a good stick on that, but Michigan just coming out firing right in this first 30 seconds of this action, of this power play. We're under 5 minutes to go here in the second period. Pass a little too far for Dexter Danks, and now a little forechecking going on by the Bulldogs. Drew Durantis on. He throws it in on net. LaFontaine grabs it with the glove, sets it down, and now his defense can bring it up the other way. Dexter Danks into the offensive zone for Michigan. Drew Smith right there. He hands it off, and Cooper Marody played it back, but too far. And Ciccone will rekindle behind his own net. Leaves it for Quinn Hughes, and the second power play unit now out there for Michigan. He drops it off to Norris, but we got there a bit too early. They're going to call an offsides with 44 seconds remaining in the power play. 4:06 to go in the second period of action. And again, Ferris State's done a good job to narrow the gap in shots. It's only 25-20. Rechtenwald takes the draw. Norris is the one who wins it. Martin to Hughes, just past the big M at center ice. And Norris has a little opportunity, curls around behind the net. He's going to look for a man at the point. He's got Hughes. Hughes to the center, back to Norris. His shot is blocked, and it changed direction really visibly and goes wide of the net. The Bulldogs clear. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Maybe one last rush coming from Michigan at 3:37 to go in the second period. Kind of taking their sweet time. 10 seconds to go. Slaker to Lockwood. Oh, and he just dangled a man. Nice little deke to just get out of the way. Norris past Lockwood. Slaker to the point. Martin to Hughes. Hughes curls around. He waits. He skates to the middle. He shoots. And that shot is deflected. High. Yep, just a tad high. Lockwood plants his man against the boards. That's a man's play right there. But I think it was just a little too much.
Yeah, I think they're going to get him for that. He physically lifted. See who the Ferris State player was, but he took his arms and got him up into the glass. A WWE-style tackle.
I don't think it would have been as bad if he had actually had the puck, but it was away from the puck, and they'll hit you for that.
And so Michigan rolls off of the power play, fruitless, and now gives Ferris State, not Penn State. That was last weekend, an opportunity here.
3:06 to go in period number 2. The fans haven't had a lot to cheer about here in this second period. All 3 goals for Michigan coming in period number 1.
And again, Michigan, if they can get through this period unscathed, get through the power play and get to the locker room, again, there's some work to be done here. By no means is the game over. Ferris State has looked very good here in the second period, come back with another goal. Cut Michigan's lead down to 1, and they've climbed back in the shot totals, now just down 5. It's 25-20 in favor of the Maize and Blue.
Well, and really, whatever Bob Daniels said there in that second period of action, it worked.
It worked pretty well.
So a 2-minute penalty coming up to Will Lockwood with 3:06 to go in period number 2. Good opportunities here for the Bulldogs if they can convert. Fernandez is the one going to be taking the draw for Ferris State, which is kind of interesting. He wins it back to the point. They control for his shot, goes high and over top of the net. They roll with that third defensive pairing, which is also peculiar. Nate Callan and Riker Killens are the first D-man out there. Warren and Winborg are among the 2 Michigan forward forecheckers. Boca and Piazza, it looks like, out there for Michigan. That's not the normal defensive pairing. And out comes Winborg. He's got an opportunity, being checked by Riker Killen. Fernandez also there, Warren along with him. And this is a good job by Michigan. They're just deep, grinding away, trying to kill off this penalty 40 seconds into it. And they've done a good job here in the first 40 seconds. Riker Killen and plays it into the Michigan defensive zone, and a quick takeaway. Sam Piazza is able to clear it all the way down. You can do that with no icing in the power plays when you are the penalty-killing team. Ferris State's going to get set up right now. Nate Callan, and a little pass to the middle, Durantis, and now, they get him for off. Oh, it looked like they got him for offside. I thought I heard a whistle there. Rechtenwald's shot goes high and over top the net. Now down behind, and as he skates to the side of the Michigan offensive zone, Cam Clark across to Rechtenwald, back to Clark. Clark waits, he shoots, and it's blocked by James Sanchez. Get down with that foot and block it out of the zone. Played deep now, Rechtenwald along with Boca. Along the sideboards, Ciccone battling for it. Alex Ruse, and he just chips it out high and over top of any gloves waiting there for Ferris State. And the Bulldogs will have about 10 seconds to go, but I don't think they're going to get another rush as Smith just taps it behind his net, and they're already at about 5 seconds It does now come into the offensive zone. Maybe they do. Cam Clark centering pass for no one in particular. Norris, and here they go. They got numbers. Hughes with Lockwood. It's a 4-on-2. Hughes across the shot. Norris, and it just went high.
Great opportunity for Michigan. A little bit of excitement, but like you said, just a bit high on the near side.
Lockwood just sticks out the rear and pinches on the side. Ferris State centering pass, unable to get a real good opportunity on net. Yoder across for Durantis. Durantis' shot just chips it deep as the Bulldogs control, battle for here, and Hughes just shoves his man to the ground. And out they come the other way. Norris, Slaker, and Lockwood. Pass intercepted by the Bulldogs back down into their own defensive zone as they get set up the other way. Pass by the defenseman, Durantis. Nothing going. Michigan chips it in deep. Oh, and Darren Smith just whiffed on that clearing opportunity as the puck rolled out by his zone. And now here come the Bulldogs the other way. That shot goes high and over top. We're under 5 seconds to go. Pinched along the boards, out to the point. Another shot deflected in front, and that will do it for the second period of action. Michigan 3, Ferris State 2. Shots 25-20 in favor of the Wolverines, and a good period by Ferris State. They cut the deficit in half. Michigan's going to need to make some adjustments as we go into the third.
Yeah, just a bit anemic coming out of the locker room there, so something to focus on, coming out strong to open the third. They are still up a goal, luckily. Ferris State, after a good period, they got one back, and they're going to be continuing to come after this Michigan defense and force their hand, make a few mistakes, and they'd be right back in this one with a tie game. And again, we will be back in 15 minutes here. The second period intermission brought to you by Underground Printing. Alex Drain, Jeremy Parks. The score here at Yost Ice Arena, Michigan 3, Ferris State 2. We'll be back in 15. And again, we leave you with the ambient sounds of Yost Ice Arena.
Tonight's
Hello and welcome to the third period of action between the Michigan Wolverines and the Ferris State Bulldogs. Michigan enters the third period of play with a 3-2 lead over Ferris State. They have 3 goals scored by Joe Ciccone, Will Lockwood, and Cooper Marody. The 2 goals for Ferris State scored by Mitch Maloney and Lucas Finner. Michigan exited the first period up 3-1, but a good period from Ferris State there in period number 2 to cut the deficit in half, and they're going to look to close it here in the third period of action. They also won the battle in terms of shots. 11-9 it was in the second period, leaving it at 25-20 in favor of the Wolverines. So as we bring in my color guy, JP, what are you looking for from Michigan out of the gate here in period number 3?
Well, again, like I said, they started the second period extremely slow, a little bit sloppy, a little bit lazy, coming out with a 2-goal lead, acting like they had a 2-goal lead and not like this was a close game. And they paid the price. They gave up the early goal 33 seconds into the last period, and that's where we've sat ever since. Even after they started to pick it up about halfway through the second period, they were still unable to come away with anything. So you want to show that aggression right out of the gate. Any mistake Ferris State cleans up on, and you're back to a tie game.
That is the way it goes. It's always one bounce away, and the opening draw is won by the Bulldogs. Mitch Maloney plays it back to his top defenseman, and in they come. That's the center and the captain, Corey Mackin, bringing it in to the Michigan defensive zone. The Wolverines quickly take it away, though, and out they come the other way. Joe Ciccone glides past center ice, and he sends it into the catching glove of Darren Smith. And Smith had a better period in period number 2. He didn't make any egregious mistakes like he did in period number 1, but not a ton of great chances for Michigan in period 2.
And Michigan got a little bit away from the dump and crash method that was getting them goals back in the first period. So look for them to start putting it back to the blue line, dump something in, and try and get the redirect out in front.
Absolutely. Michigan gets ready, and Will Lockwood is the one taking the draw for the Wolverines. Doesn't really make much difference. Ferris State was the one who won it, but their quick offensive rush, not a whole lot happened in Michigan. Rekindles in their own defensive zone out to the neutral zone and played in back the other way. Play moves so quickly in hockey. Fast skaters all around, especially this line for Michigan. Slaker, Lockwood, and Norris. And a nice little fancy pass to the middle, but a big hit leveled Drew Durantis, and it looked like he got hit in the face. It looked like maybe a high sticking coming.
It's possible.
Yeah, we do have a penalty coming to Michigan. It's going to be Lockwood again. He took a penalty.
No, I think it's elbowing is the call there on Lockwood. Yep, and he's going to get 2 minutes, and Ferris State is going to have an opportunity to tie this game.
Lockwood went off right near the end of period number 2. Michigan did a good job on that penalty kill, and they are one of the best penalty killing teams in all of college hockey, maintaining a very high success rate so far this season. They have allowed 1 power play goal so far, but trying to deny another. A quick little shot there by Riker Killam, and now all the way back down, Nate Callan to get it for the Bulldogs. Callan sets up the rush, and here come the Bulldogs the other way. They quickly bring it in to the Michigan defensive zone, and an opportunity down behind for the center, Corey Mackin. Mackin dangles with it, leaves it behind himself, and Killens dangles to the middle, gives it to Fernandez on the right side. Oh, a nice little pass, a little wraparound try, and it did not go in. A nice job by LaFontaine to get that left pad over, block the post just enough to deny a wraparound opportunity for Ferris State. That was a good look, though. And we're just over a minute to go in the power play, 1:10 exactly. Riker Killen leaves it for his men at the point. Cam Clark is the other defenseman. Killen needs to get off, and he does. Clark holds it, now across. Durantis, his shot blocked off the leg of Ciccone, it looks like, not his stick, but his leg. Piazza sets the side out, blocks a man, and now a shot by Ferris State. No opportunity, and back down the other way. Michigan's penalty killing looking strong. They gave up the early power play goal, but so far here in this power play opportunity for Ferris State and the one near the end of the second period, very strong forechecking and confident in their own zone, which has looked good. Rutkowski in the neutral zone, right around the Michigan Medicine logo. So we're down to the last 20 seconds of the penalty to Lockwood. Pass too far for any Ferris State attack, and they're going to get another quick line change, and that should just about do it. But a quick takeaway. Cole Norris has it. His pass to the middle was not able to connect with the man he was looking for, and that will officially kill off the penalty. It looked like they had it done, but another sloppy play in their own defensive zone. Another one. Takeaway at center ice. Cole Norris had his pocket picked, and here comes Josh Norris the other way. He's got Lockwood. He's going to shoot it right at Darren Smith, and an easy save for the junior netminder from Barrie, Ontario.
And as you said, at the end of the power play there, it was another close opportunity, or it would have been for Fernsler in the slot had he gotten the puck to his stick, just passed just a little bit behind him, and Michigan again escaping after making another ugly mistake.
So Michigan will get an offensive zone face-off. Pasturoff to take it, Sanchez to his right, Boca and Luce are the defensemen, but the Bulldogs are able to win it. Zahner is the man who won the draw. Bulldogs bring it out into the neutral zone. Michigan quickly reclaims control near their own blue line, and they chip it in deep. Pasturoff is among the Wolverines, two of them back with three Bulldogs all battling for the puck before it comes free, and Ferris State brings it up the other way. Zahner along the left side boards into the Michigan offensive zone. Andrew, a nice pass across, shot there. Was it in? I don't know. They're jamming for it, and no goal. Another try over top into the netting, and a flurry of opportunities. They just could not put it in.
Boy, oh boy, down in front of net. A good job by LaFontaine. That puck, again, just gets lost in a sea of crimson jerseys.
Did that hit the post?
It might have, off the original shot from Rechtenwald.
Yeah, it was a great pass, just really crisp passes, tape to tape.
If it did, I didn't hear it hit iron, but LaFontaine did a good job of using
the replay going on over here. Let's take a look. Yeah,
the original shot caught the far post.
Yeah.
That's about as close as you can get for Rechtenwald to a game-tying goal without it going in. It bounced off the inside part of the goal and out.
Well, they say sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Mackin has it for Ferris State. Michigan got a little bit of luck there to keep this game with a one-goal lead, but they need to find a way to generate more offense and snag this lead back to the two-goal lead it was after period number one.
Yeah, Ferris State wants it more right now than Michigan. Michigan looking lazy. They don't seem as engaged on defense.
Oh, little takeaway. Marody in the slot. Shot! Nice save by Smith.
And just as I say that, they get a defensive zone takeaway.
Yeah,
a wide-open shot for Cooper Marody.
You should keep saying that.
A very nice glove save for Smith as he came all the way out side of the blue paint and flashed the leather. Keep it a one-goal game. That was a good chance for Marody.
Norris on the draw for Michigan. He is unable to win it, but the Bulldogs' initial clearing attempt was unable to get it out of the zone. Now they do, and come the other way. Piazza plays it up to Ciccone. Ooh, nice little between his legs pass to Lockwood. Put it between his own skates to get it to his man, but Michigan unable to really get anything going. Another takeaway. Durantes plans to the middle. A chance and a save by LaFontaine. Holy cow, another turnover. And Clark has it. He's still got an opportunity all the way across to Rutkowski, who skates in a couple paces. Lockwood right with him. His centering pass, and it's chipped away by Ciccone, played out into the neutral zone, and Slaker is the one after it. Some tired forwards for Michigan. They need to get a change, but a takeaway. Norris, his shot goes up and over top of the net all the way back out to the neutral zone. Martin backpedals into his own zone, plays it to Lockwood. Still this forward line rolling with it for Michigan, but another puck is chipped out by Ferris. Oh, and he got leveled. And now some pushing and shoving. I think we got a penalty coming. Oh, and another punch to Hughes. A lot of pushing and shoving going on between the Bulldogs and the Wolverines. That's Andrew Mayer who's going to the box for the initial roughing.
That was a massive bone-rattling hit laid down on Luke Martin. Yeah, he went elbow and shoulder right to the grill of Luke Martin, and Quinn Hughes tried to stick up for his fellow defenseman there and just clawed away.
Yeah, and that's a penalty. If you're Hughes, you know you're going to get an opportunity for a power play, but it's hard not to defend your fellow defense pairing when he gets leveled like that. I mean, there's just an instinctive defense and standing up for your guys to go over there and to hit him and to retaliate, and it is not the best play because we'll have 4-on-4 instead of a Michigan power play. But you can't really blame him. And Michigan's got the speed with the skaters to exploit 4-on-4 play. So we'll see if they take advantage of it. 14:36 to go in period number 3. Michigan shots 28, Ferris State at 23. 3 apiece there in the third period of action. Michigan holding on to their 3-2 lead. Now I think they're getting another guy in the box now for Ferris State. It's Mayer along with, he was the initial penalty.
Hughes is going to go to the box for Michigan for the defense of Luke Martin, and then Mayer is going to be joined in the box by Cole Norris, who I think had something to do a little bit extracurricular after the play there. Trying to see, yeah, he came in and then pushed Hughes away as well.
I don't think they've put...
Luke Martin gave a thumbs up from the bench.
Yeah, those are going to be offsetting penalties to Norris and Hughes, so we will get the scheduled 5-on-4. Piazza shot in on net, and an easy save by Darren Smith.
Just going to say, Luke Martin gave the thumbs up over to the box for Quinn Hughes for giving him a little bit of defense after he took the huge hit. And yeah, Michigan will have an opportunity here to hopefully extend this lead to a point that Ferris State cannot surmount.
They're 2 for 4 on the power play today. Piazza dangles down along the right side boards, gives it to Marodi. Oh, that was...
Yep. Again, you look at Cooper Marodi dancing around with nobody in front of him on the blue line. Really no point to what he's doing with the fancy stick work, and the puck gets away from him and goes over the blue line for offside.
So as a result, the faceoff will come out of the Ferris State defensive zone and just in front of the blue line, where it is won by Marodi all the way back down into the Wolverine zone. LaFontaine with a little gentle tap of the puck, giving it to the defenseman Ciccone all the way up to Marodi, and he just leaves it there for Calderon. Calderon leaves it to Marodi. Marodi gonna go deep to Dexter Danks, who's below the red line. His pass across for no one really in particular. Calderon is among the players for Michigan battling for it. Yoder and the Ferris State Bulldogs get it free in a long clear, sent all the way back down the ice by Tyler Durantes. And Michigan will get set up. They bring out the second power play unit now. Norris and company. Luke Martin without Quinn Hughes, his normal pairing. Here's Lockwood creating an opportunity for himself, but unable to really convert at all. The puck is still held into the Michigan offensive zone, though. Luke Martin skates in right by the Big Ten logo. He gets the pass. Norris to Martin, and now a pass across the shot at point blank. Chance for Will Lockwood and a save.
Great tic-tac-toe there. Found the stick of Lockwood right in front, but a good job to shift the body mass by the goaltender Smith and get in front of what would have been a wide open opportunity on the far post.
Yeah, he did a good job hugging the other post, getting across quickly to shut that opportunity down. Exactly 13-13 to go here in period number 3. 37 seconds remaining on the penalty to, I guess they're giving it to Cole Norris officially. Mayer was, I guess, the offsetting with Hughes because number 10 is listed on the Jumbotron as the official penalty. Puck goes wide of Ciccone all the way back down. LaFontaine's got to hold it. Creeping in for the Bulldogs is number 12, Trevor Rechtenwald of Venetia, Pennsylvania. And out they come. A nice little move by Norris. A pass to the middle. Slaker a redirect and a good save by Darren Smith. Creating something out of nothing was Josh Norris, and just a little centering pass. Slaker got a piece of it, redirected right in on that, and a good save there by Smith. A couple decent opportunities here in the final minute of this power play, 17 seconds remaining. Norris wins the draw back. They only have a little bit of time to work with, so can't get too fancy. Ciccone down, and now that pass intercepted, and that will probably do it. Under 10 seconds to go. A chip deep by Lucas Finner, and a little forecheck by his line mate Drew Durantes to kill off the remaining of it, and out they come. And here comes Norris into the cell, and they call him offsides.
That was a close one. I think it's the right call, though.
Fans don't like it, of course. They're always a little biased to the hometown team. A little booing going on. It looks like Hughes is out of the box now.
Yep, that was the right call.
Yep.
And there will be no boos raised after the replay on the Jumbotron.
So we're back at even strength, 5-on-5. Marody wins the draw high and tight. Off the boards, goes past Boca, who was waiting for it, and he'll have to skate slowly all the way back down into the Michigan defensive zone. Another turnover taken to the middle. Fernandez's shot missed the net. He had an unevaded shot at the net, and he just put it wide to the right side. Marody and Calderon here at center ice, and now a takeaway by Marody. A little opportunity, skates to the middle, drags it, shoots, rebound, they score! Tony Calderon cleans it up and puts the biscuit in the basket. Michigan reclaims the 2-goal lead, 4-2.
And Ferris State, for all the opportunities they had, unable to clean up, and Michigan advancing to a 2-goal lead with just 12 minutes to go. And that was all set up by the initial shot from Cooper Marody.
He just dragged it a little bit to deke out the defenseman, get an unevaded look. The puck got just past Aaron Smith, and it was laying right there. And they always say a steak laying in the crease, all the hungry lumberjacks, and getting to it first was Calderon, the captain, to put it in. The goal calls take a lot out of you.
You've got a few tonight.
A little winded, but 4-2 now. Michigan takes the lead, but once, like we said earlier, it is the most dangerous lead in all sports, the 2-goal lead in hockey. They cannot get complacent. They have to continue attacking as the third line is now out there for the Wolverines. Winborg, Warren, and Raby. Piazza goes back to get it, and it is an icing. Michigan, I don't think, is going to bother with the change so quickly after that goal scored.
You just got to wait for the Winborg goal that I've been sitting on all season so I can give it in Swedish.
11:38 to go here in period number 3. Michigan's controlled the shots in this period by a score of 9-3, 34-23 overall in favor of the Wolverines. But Ferris State, even if they're getting outshot by 11, they're still creating good opportunities, and the Wolverines have relied on their sophomore from Mississauga, Ontario, Jack LaFontaine, to really bail them out and come up with big saves in this game. As the action continues, Dakota Raby brings it into the offensive zone. Raby lost it. Poke check by Ferris State, and it's taken away. The Bulldogs will try to clear it out. They are unable to, held in at the line, but then cleaned up by Lucas Finner. Into the Michigan defensive zone as both teams get a couple of changes. Boca's pass too far for anybody, and it goes wide to the right of the goaltender Smith for an icing. 10:50 to go here in period 3. It's like a couple changes going on. I think Michigan's sort of looked like a timeout for a second, maybe just a scheduled break in action.
I believe it's a short TV timeout. It is on Big Ten Network tonight. Again, we want to thank you all for tuning in on WCBN Sports. Feel free to interact with us on Twitter at WCBN Sports. Let us know how the call is going. Compliment Drain's goal calls.
Oh, looks like we got a penalty. Not sure exactly what it was. Lucas Finner is the one that's going to get the penalty call. And Michigan will go right back to the power play. I thought it was an icing, but instead it was a penalty. We'll have to hear what the official announcement is. Draw one back by Norris. Slashing is the call to Lucas Finner. Wolverines set up the power play. Norris to Slaker. Slaker dangles. Now a nice cross-ice pass, a shot right in on net. And an easy save there by Darren Smith.
10:35 left in this one. Michigan trying to stay strong. 1:45 on the power play. If they get a goal here, it's all but over.
Yeah, Ferris State, they have to be focused on this penalty kill. Lock in and deny any opportunity for Michigan. Draw one back by the Bulldogs. Michigan quickly subbed out their second power play unit in favor of the first one with Marody and Calderon, that has been really strong tonight and was so good against Penn State in Happy Valley last weekend. They have really just continued to dominate as a first line, producing a lot of offense. Danks, Marody, and Calderon. A lot of scrapping going on, and now we got an opportunity. Corey Mackin brings it in, tries to dangle to the middle, and Piazza, he did a nice job. Piazza cut over to the left side, where Mackin was, got in the way, disrupted the puck, and an easy save by LaFontaine puts the trapper down and holds it with 1:16 remaining in the Ferris State power play. 10:06 remaining in the game.
Of all the opportunities Ferris State has had for it to have possibly come off of a shorthander would have been anticlimactic, to say the least.
No, I don't know if you can call it anticlimactic if it's a breakaway goal. Those are always a little bit exciting. He had an opportunity there with just a one-on-one back. Got a little bit of a break in the action. LaFontaine, something's wrong with his mask. It looks like the strap on the right side of the mask needs readjusting. He hands it to the equipment staff, who begins to fiddle with it a little bit. Both teams get a little bit of a rest.
The Yost student section with their sign, Mommy Likes Josh More.
Talking about the Norris
Reach
kids.
out to the Norris brothers, yep.
Cole and Josh, both of Oxford, Michigan. Cole played with the Youngstown USHL squad. He's 2 years older than Josh. Josh did not play in the USHL on a standard squad. He played with the National Team Development Program, the U18 squad, out nowadays in Plymouth, Michigan. Used to be here in Ann Arbor. Got a little sticks going. Come sail away.
Good song.
It is.
I kind of want them to just keep playing while the game goes.
Draw one by Michigan, and out they come back on the power play. Slaker squeaks by a defenseman trying to seal him off with a check. Michigan in the offensive zone. Hughes dangles, now passes it to Josh Norris. They tic-tac-toe it around, but no one able to get a shot as it skipped right over the stick of Josh Norris. And Michigan plays it into the offensive zone. Slaker chases after, and a nice hard check, but unable to really make anything as Ferris State quickly clears it out of the zone. Michigan rolls back to that first power play unit, which we saw. Looked like we were going to get a change, but now it's Norris. An opportunity, cuts to the middle. His shot, nothing there, and Ruse picks it up on the rebound. Ruse plays it off the board. Slaker from the point. That shot was blocked as it rides the boards all the way around. Ruse just put out an elbow and pushed a Bulldog off of himself, but now coming the other way, a 3-on-2 opportunity. A pass to the side. Cam Clark's pass to Rutkowski was just not there. And here comes Hughes the other way down to the 5 seconds. 4-3 in this power play. And it does expire out of the box. Comes Finner, Boca's shot, rebound, opportunity in front. The puck still loose. Where is it? It's in! They say it's a kick. It's a kick.
It was indeed a
no goal.
Yep.
Looked like off the skate of Lockwood, maybe?
Yeah, Lockwood took a very direct boot right off the tip of the skate.
Well, sometimes you gotta just...
Yeah, it's even if they review it, that's pretty easy to uphold as a no-goal call.
It was an opportunity. Boca threw it in front, and the puck was loose. Yeah. And I think they're going to review it. Let's take a look.
Yeah, you're going to see the same thing I
Lockwood
did
crashes the net.
Yep.
Yeah.
See that right foot.
I mean, they're going to review it. The referee is now stepping into the box to put on the headset and squint at a small monitor as he tries to parse out this replay, but we really don't think there's going to be much of a case here. A pretty direct kick, it looked like, from Lockwood. I'll be surprised if they change it. The Ice Girls come out, freshening up this playing surface. 8:44 to go here in the third period. Ferris State did kill off that crucial Michigan power play, which we talked about they had to do if they want to win this game. But now, with under 9 minutes to go in action here in the period number 3, they got a deficit they have to try to make up, and it's going to be tough. But Michigan has been prone to turnovers, and there will be an opportunity for them. Referees come out of the box, and they do confirm no goal. So the score will stay 4-2 in favor of the Wolverines. Shots 34-28. Ferris State has had a couple here in the last couple minutes to sort of narrow this shots gap, but Michigan as a whole this season has outshot most of the teams they've played. Penn State was the only exception, and we sort of mentioned that Penn State just shoots a lot. and isn't really indicative of the scoring opportunities. Battle down along the boards. Michigan takes it free in their own defensive zone, but a pass by Boca just too far for Calderon, and Fernandez and the Ferris State Bulldogs recontrol loose, and Boca battling for it alongside Mitch Maloney of the Ferris State Bulldogs, and that pass, here we go, opportunity for Calderon, and that is shot saved by Darren Smith. 8:05 to go here in period number 3. Good save by Darren Smith, all alone, just a little dump-in chase. Calderon was the man to it, and he took a shot, but really it was not a great shot. It wasn't by Smith at all. Smith didn't have to move, just right into the body. Gets the big trapper up there and grabs it. Third line out there now for Michigan. Winborg, along with the second line of Ferris State, Finner and Durantis. Durantis has now subbed into the face-off circle for Finner, and it worked. Durantis won the draw in the 20 seconds of battling we got going on in the Ferris State defensive zone before they were able to create a rush. Durantis, a pass across, a shot, save, rebound, and the puck is still free, controlled by Riker Killens. Now another opportunity, a shot, save, man, oh man. Opportunities abound for Ferris State. 2 good ones in on net, and those are the type of opportunities they need to convert on if they want to try to come back and win this game down 4-2 with 7:25 to go in period 3. Here's another chance, a shot, high save, weird readjustment by LaFontaine, and now some pushing and shoving in front of the net. Ferris State crashed hard after that shot. It looked like it was number 19, Andrew Mayer, along with his center, Jason Fernsler. And Joe Ciccone did not like that hard, aggressive crash of Jack LaFontaine. Ciccone grabbed him with a little bit of a choke around the neck and says, "No siree, buddy." Draw one by the Wolverines. Boca puts a nice hit on the Ferris State Bulldog forward Mayer. Maybe a little retaliation for what happened there before the shot was taken in. Cole Norris has it. He plays it behind his own feet. Fernsler to the center, but a nice job by pass drop. Back checking, and the puck goes right through the crease. No one shot it. It just squirted free and right through the blue paint. Takeaway opportunity for Michigan, but they were unable to control. The point man, Clark, has it, and his shot is blocked as it squirts all the way back down in front of the Michigan net. Hughes recontrols as Michigan is going to try to get it out. A nice little 360 spin move to shake the forechecking Bulldogs. And now he just stands leisurely waiting for both teams to get there. As he skates past his own defensive zone, and his pass is intercepted by Ferris State, and he's unable to get the change he wanted to. And now his pass deep is an icing. Not sure if he got off in time. I think they're going to say, no, he did not. Still out there. So it's going to be a butchered defensive pairing. Hughes 43 of the second pairing, and Boca 74 of the third pairing are out there for Michigan, as the icing brings it all the way back down to their own defensive zone, where Zahner will take the draw along with Josh Norris. 6:11 to go in the third. Draw one back by the Bulldogs, but now an opportunity. Slaker has an opportunity into the offensive zone. Slaker's got too many. Shoots, he scores! That was a beauty, a snipe shot from Jake Slaker with 6:03 to go in period number 3, and the Wolverines take a 5-2 lead.
Well, he snaked his way right up the far board off of the face-off win for the Bulldogs. They tried to get it back to the blue line, and it squirted into the neutral zone. Slaker picked it up, beat his man down the ice, took the shot, top shelf goal. It was Zach Yoder with the defense unable to stop Slaker, and now Michigan has all but put this one away, up 3 with 6 minutes to go.
And Slaker's not the biggest guy, 5'10", 184, and we were talking about in the first intermission how it's easy to fit through crowds when you're a small stature. A little bit easier when you're only 5'10" to fit by a checking defenseman. And Michigan quickly controls it off of the face-off win, but an opportunity just too far of a pass for Calderon, and they do whistle and icing. So 5:51 to go. Here in period number 3, Michigan's added 2 goals This latest one off the stick of Jake Slaker, who scored 2 goals in the last home game for Michigan here against Vermont. And a shot, ooh, that goes just wide of the net. Stepping up to take that big shot was Nate Callan, also of San Diego, California. We've got a pair of San Diego folks, Slaker and Callan, both sophomores. Played for different USHL squads, though. Slaker played at Bloomington. Callan here in Michigan at Muskegon. It's, of course, a pair of Michigan universities. University of Michigan here in Ann Arbor, and the Bulldogs trekking down from Big Rapids, Michigan. Face-off won back by Ferris State as they try to get it out of their own defensive zone but are unable to. Winborg holds it in. Approaching 5:30 to go. That pass just a little too far. Bulldogs just haven't been quite as tightly wound as they were in that second period. Haven't been able to maintain the energy and fierceness that they brought in period number 2. And as a result, Michigan has been able to capitalize. A shot there by Boca in net. Darren Smith gets the left glove, and he's allowed 5 goals tonight, and that's kind of been a problem this season for Ferris State. They've allowed quite a few goals in some of their games they've already played. As we mentioned at the opening, Ferris State 2-5-1 on the season, winless in WCHA play. That's the conference they settled in after the CCHA was disbanded. Some scrapping for the draw. Pastuov was not able to bring it back, but Sanchez cleaned it up, and Michigan keeps it in the offensive zone as the puck is dragged just past the blue line. Cole Norris, a nice crisp pass across ice, and Cam Clark brings it in. His centering pass unable to connect. Mayer passes it to the top. A shot saved by LaFontaine just right on the belly, and he brought those hands in, corralled it, and made sure to wait for the whistle with 4:43 to go as the net became dislodged immediately thereafter.
Michigan just trying to maintain and see it through. And it is getting a little physical on the part of the Bulldogs. Understandably frustrated. They've played a good game against the Wolverines overall. They've gotten their fair share of turnover opportunities. They've seen some good chances on net, but just the puck not falling for them so far tonight. I always like to see Ferris State do well, Drain. My grandfather, the old quarterback at Ferris State.
Oh, that's interesting.
Back in the early 1950s.
It's easy in football to cheer for other Michigan schools, Western and Eastern. They're not really on the same caliber, but college hockey's a little bit different, you know.
Ferris a good hockey school, again.
They are.
Recruit good talent, just a down start to the year so far.
They've made at least 1 or 2 Final Fours, I believe.
Yep.
Over the
and
years.
Recently as well.
Yes, Bob Daniels again in his 26th season. The contrast of the wily veteran Daniels and the first-year head coach Mel Pearson trying to earn his 5th win of the season as Wolverines head coach here on the Red Berenson rink in Yost Ice Arena. These fans counting down the seconds before they can celebrate a win as Michigan leads 5-2 with 4:30 to go here in period number 3. The shot's 39-29 in favor of the Wolverines. The next one will be number 40 as Sanchez controls it, slings it along the boards. Boca pinches up to try to hold it in, and he is able to. And he plays it to his man Pastrov. A shot right in front. They score! Alex Ruse. Goal number 6. I got to use 2 hands to count him at this point. A lot of offense.
And again, that was off the redirect in front. It bounced off of the pads of Smith, and right there for the cleanup is Ruse. Michigan's done that multiple times tonight. That's why they find themselves out to a 4-goal lead here late.
It was a good play just to keep it in. A nice pass by Pastuov. He was looking actually for
Sanchez,
the man cutting towards the net. Sanchez, a redirect, and Ruse cleans it up. Puts it in the back of the net on shot number 40. So that's 6 goals allowed on 40 shots for Darren Smith tonight. And Michigan with another opportunity. A centering pass, rebound, and a chance for Dexter Danks. Michigan is still attacking. They're not satisfied with a 6-2 lead. As once again the final seconds and minutes of this game are ticking away from Ferris State. They just let this game get away from them as a shot saved there by Darren Smith. Ferris State skates out with it. Maloney gives it to Mackin. Skates around, and a nice just little poke check there by Marody on Corey Mackin, the center. And a lot of Wolverines have gotten into the scoring action tonight. No player has scored twice. 6 goals by 6 different fellas tonight. 3:20 to go in the game, as Michigan and Ferris State are battling for it. An intercept, Lockwood, he's unevaded, in on net, he shoots, and it's a pass, rebound, they score again! Jake Slaker, right after I said no one had scored twice, Slaker gets number 2.
Now Michigan's just adding insult to injury and playing Ferris State here again tomorrow night at 7:30. Don't think they will forget this late onslaught.
No, I think you're going to see some physicality. It's a great pass. Lockwood got a sloppy turnover. He skated right in his centering pass. Slaker's first opportunity was blocked, and then this puck just sort of squirted past the 5-hole of the goalie, but wasn't quite in. He needed the second effort to push it past the red line. And this is getting out of hand. But the fans don't care. They love it. The hometown crowd know that their Wolverines are going to advance to 5-2 on the season. As Rabby plays it along the boards, and another shot opportunity for Winborg is saved. And now we're seeing some pushing and shoving by Ferris State. This is what I kind of expected. Riker Killens pushing Winborg, telling him, you know, you're up 5 goals, 3 minutes to go. Just let it be.
Yeah, you hate to see it get this out of hand. Obviously, Michigan wants to continue to produce, but not in this situation necessarily. I'd like to see it maybe hang back a little bit. But again, some of those opportunities were pretty clear open chances. So
it's hard not to take advantage of it. As they say in basketball, if you're the open guy, shoot it. Winborg's pass across, looking for Brendan Warren. A little too far. Cam Clark intercepts it. We've now got an updated shot. 45 shots for Michigan to just 30 for Ferris State. And as we sort of reflect on these first 7 games of Michigan hockey this year, they've really done a great job of out-shooting teams, of controlling the puck. You have to be happy with the way this has gone early season.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I think there were a lot of questions how the transition would go from 30-plus years of Red Berenson, who is, by the way, in the house tonight. We saw him during intermission. But yeah, I think the transition over to Mel Pearson's new regime here has been positive.
I mean, this team,
it's looking up. This was a rebuild year in a lot of people's minds.
And here's Sanchez. He's got an opportunity. Cuts in on net. Oh, boy, and there's a bunch of guys in on net. An opportunity, and now we got some pushing and shoving. Pastujov throws a couple punches on Cam Clark.
Pastujov's got his arm around Clark's neck, taking him down to the ice. And no need for that if you're a Michigan player up by 5 goals. No need to respond.
Not at all. Unnecessary. These 2 teams will be back at it tomorrow night. We will have the game, WCBN Sports, on YouTube. And after that, as we said a little bit earlier, Michigan then gets into the meat of the Big Ten schedule. They host Minnesota here next weekend, then at Wisconsin, home against Ohio State over Thanksgiving, right around the time of the football game. And that will be the real test of how good this team is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do they have an opportunity to get into the NCAA tournament, make something happen, compete in the Big Ten? I think a split at Happy Valley last weekend showed that they could.
You want to prove that that series at Penn State was not a fluke, that those 2 games were the true caliber of this new team here under Mel Pearson, and you want to see them do well.
And obviously, being Ferris State again tomorrow night would be the type of thing to really flex their muscles and get out to that 6-2 start, because that's when teams will really start noticing you, and not the team that was sub 500 a year ago. This week in the hockey poll, Michigan was number 21, which is not officially ranked, but they got the most votes of a team not in the top 25. So you can imagine, and as a shot by Ciccone goes high, that if they do beat Ferris State tomorrow night, they would probably sneak into the top 20, and that's a symbolic milestone. And a Superman slide by Jack LaFontaine back in the Michigan zone, and the crowd cheers about that as we're now under 2 minutes to go. It's a penalty coming to Ferris State, with the offsetting 4-on-4 going on between Pastujov and Cam Clark. A 1:32 to go in those penalties. Durantis is heading to the box. That is number 5, Tyler Durantis, not his brother Drew Durantis. Under 2 minutes to go. So Michigan will have not an opportunity for a power play. I don't see a fifth man out there. It's going to be a 4-on-3, that's right. With the 4-on-4 action, it will be a 4-on-3 power play. So Michigan going to try to go for number 8 here. Piazza, pass across Norris, his shot, and a save short side by Darren Smith.
And the game not coming to a quick end here. We've spent a good chunk of time in the garbage time here in the third period. Michigan has tallied a few more goals, and the clock has wound down very slowly, a lot of stoppages.
That was a shot number 46, and when we were doing a game against Vermont a couple weeks ago, that was the same case. Michigan had a ton of shots, and except for those games against Penn State, they've really just peppered their opponents, and that's really, for the most part, a sign of are you outplaying a team, as if you're out shooting them. And that's a good milestone to see from Michigan. Slaker going for the hat trick, his shot right in on net, and a nice save. Got the shoulder of Darren Smith, dropped down, and he put the glove right on it.
They don't want to let us out of here tonight.
No, they don't.
A reminder that we will be back again tomorrow. Ian Lemersall, Pete Monahan, possibly Alex Shee. I cannot remember if he is slated on the call either. They will be here at 7:30 again with face-off for game number 2 against the Ferris State Bulldogs. That's available on WCBNsports.org and on YouTube /WCBN Sports.
Slaker to the point. Boca gives it off. Looks like Brendan Warren out on the power play unit. Not really something we've seen a whole lot tonight. They're going with a different alignment. Raby and Warren along with Boca on a 4-on-3 power play unit. A shot right in front, and a chance is covered up by Darren Smith. Just over a minute to go, 1:03. They will not let this final minute just tick away.
Nothing doing as we wind down.
Tight, hard-nosed battling from both teams, but one team was just clearly the better squad here tonight. So face-off, Winborg and Slaker now out there. I mean, I tell you, these 4-on-3 units are kind of bizarre. Juggling the different forwards as now we're under a minute to go. Both teams probably just going to kind of skate it out. No need to pull the empty net down 5. Slaker again going for that hat trick. Curls around behind the net. Comes over to the center, leaves it to Boca, and Boca fanned on it, but no one was there to intercept it. As he passes it across too far for Slaker. Slaker back to the point. Boca down across, too far for Raby. 30 seconds to go. The 4-on-3 is about to end, and then it will go to 5-on-4. A shot, Slaker blocked. Rebound, Boca. They're going to try to set up one last rush. Across Slaker, his shot, no. Rebound, another try over top the net. Going to curl with it, looking for another opportunity. 15 seconds to go. His pass across, another shot. Saved by Darren Smith. Down for Winborg. Winborg plays it to the top. Saccone, 10 seconds left. Back, Winborg. Shot to the middle. There's a Slaker the shot. Winborg was in front of it on the screen. 2 seconds. 1, and that'll do it. Michigan 7, Ferris State 2. The Wolverines with 51 shots tonight. Ferris State with just 30. Michigan, a good first period. Up 3-1, out shooting Ferris State. Ferris State came back and they played their hearts out in that second, but were just unable to continue that energy into period number 3. And Michigan outshot Ferris State badly, 26-10 in period number 3. And they tally 4 goals in the final frame.
A great offensive output for the Wolverines, especially in the third period, but a lot of room for improvement. You can't say there isn't. And we will see how Michigan responds, at least defensively, tomorrow night against this Ferris State squad again. But any night that you put up 51 shots, the odds are ever in your favor for a good win.
Especially 7 goals.
Yep. That's going to do it for us here at WCBN Sports. For Alex Drain, Jeremy Parks, and remember, tomorrow night, puck drop at 7:30, same time, same place, same squads. Pete Monahan, Ian Lemersall, Alex Shee on the call. WCBN Sports, as always, your final score here from Yost Ice Arena, Michigan 7, the Ferris State Bulldogs 2. We will always leave you with a good night and a Go Blue.